Michael Jordan's flair, charisma, control, understanding the game. Nobody can do that. He was so graceful with the basketball, and he would change gears on you and change direction really, really quick. It's just amazing, man. If you see it, in person, it's like, we're like, oh. We start a fast break, somebody's gonna get dunked on, and it's gonna be Michael dunking on somebody. In the 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, I think the Bulls was really getting to figure us out. Joe Dumars used to guard him first because that's the beginning of the game. Then once he got out the game, I had to go guard him. I don't think anybody else could have guarded him. John Sally, Rick Mahorn, Bill Laimbeer, no. Whenever he got the ball, I'm pretty much like nose to nose with him because I didn't want him to do anything to embarrass me. I'm named the Jordan rule. If he goes to the hole, put him on the ground. If you see some of those clips, you'll see that we just hit him every time he goes to the basket. And he's always on the ground, like in pain. But he always gets back up. He learned after a while, man, that he just took control from there. I think people really saw one of the best performances in the NBA when Michael played against us. And we didn't let anyone do that against us. But almost put 50 on us quick. Check his resume out. It's awesome. It's like, wow, this guy is amazing.
The tallest building in the world, the Sears Tower, and the pride of Chicago, where we get ready for playoff basketball. Welcome, everyone, to the Eastern Conference Final. I'm Kevin Harlan with Coach Mike Fratello and Clark Kellogg. We have Game 3 between the Pistons and the Bulls. Mike, I hope you can hear me. This Chicago arena is rocking right now.
Well, this city knows how pivotal this game is for the Bulls. It's a must-win situation for Chicago, and they'll need to be at their best to stand a chance.
Oh, and that won't be easy. Michael Jordan and the Bulls, Clark, have so far been stifled by this great Piston D.
Well, the Pistons are known as the bad boys, and for good reason. The defense is suffocating, it's physical, it's disruptive, and it's unrelenting. Chicago has to find some way to get their offense going in this series.
As you always say, they hang their hats on their defensive play.
That's right.
Here now, a look at the starting five for the Pistons. It's Thomas and Dumars in the backcourt. Rodman and Laimbeer, the fearsome frontcourt pair. And in the middle, James Edwards. Looking at the starting five for the Bulls, Paxson runs the point. Grant and Cartwright play in the post at the 4 and 5. And on the wings, it's the dynamic duo of Jordan and Pippen.
And the Pistons' defense so physical. You know you'll get bumped and banged up against them. They are both intimidating and effective.
Outside Dumars. Here's Thomas, and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
Boy, Dumars does such a really good job sharing the rock. A willing passer.
And Clark, with the Pistons and their defense, they've also imposed what they call the Jordan rules. What is that?
Well, I tell you, it's 10 eyes on Jordan at all times, sending doubles, triples, and traps at Jordan whenever he has the ball, Kevin. And they know he's the key to the Bulls' offense, so they're really trying to cut him down with a lot of bodies and a lot of physicality. And so far, through the first 2 games, it's worked.
That's a good explanation. Mike Fratello, Michael Jordan, through the first 2 games has been solid, but we know he is capable of more.
Just 20 points for him last game. I would imagine he does everything in his power to put up bigger numbers than that tonight.
This could be an all-timer. Just 5 to shoot. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. This Bulls defense applying pressure like we saw near the end of Game 2. And there's a steely determination about this Chicago Bulls team. And with more on that, let's go across the way to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Michael Jordan has been silent with the media this week. But not with his teammates. Craig Hodges says that Michael talked to them. Nothing motivational, just normal. But the Bulls coaches had a different demeanor. They want to stop the early Detroit runouts, stop them early in transition, and they want more offensive rebounding. Guys,
Thank you, David. More than 19,000 fans in this arena await the fate, Mike, of Chicago.
Detroit has come into this building and won 9 of the last 11. That's making a pretty good statement, especially in a place like Chicago where it's tough to win.
Big statement, you're right. Mike, the Bulls have had some turnover problems in this series, and that is something they're going to have to avoid here.
Without question, 19 turnovers for them last game. You know the Pistons bring the pressure. Bulls have to minimize unforced errors.
Especially at this stage of the season in big games like this. And Clark, Isaiah Thomas, just 8 points in game 1, and then he had 10 points in game 2. He wants to get it going tonight. You can just feel it.
Absolutely, and you figure Zeke will have to be better than that. I mean, he's too good of a player to put up numbers like that all series long.
Yeah, I agree.
That's normally one of his spots. It was a quality look. Shame to see it go to waste.
And they've been producing at a very high level.
No question they're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Good determination there to fight through the contact. Anticipating the blow is really the best strategy against the Pistons because you know they're bringing the wood. We all know about Michael's offensive prowess, okay? But he's incredible defensively as well. He works hard at that end, and that's rare for a star.
Outside Thomas. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played. To end the drought. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
And the Bulls seemingly over their injury issues now. Pax's ankle and Jordan's hip are looking close to 100%.
And you know, Mike, it was obvious how those injuries impacted the Bulls early on. In games 1 and 2, their backcourt was just not at full strength. Well, they had a plan coming into this one, and they have executed on it perfectly.
Yeah, getting out ahead early on by stifling the competition on both ends of the floor.
Now, here's Thomas. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Even with a hand right in his face, Thomas is determined to get a shot to fall.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. On the wing, Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Jordan's got 13.
How timely is this to go on such a big run? Starting to pull away.
That's a sign of a great team. Going on runs when they need them the most.
Now, here's Thomas trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it.
You know, this Pistons team is so strong and focused on the road. I don't think the crowd in Chicago is going to be any problem at all for them.
And the Pistons with the second-best road record in the league. A team full of veterans, they have plenty of composure to spare in this series.
Thomas surveying the D. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter. It's Edwards on the wing. Thomas finds Edwards. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pistons will retain possession. So for the Bulls, Kings checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Grant. And Armstrong subbed in for Paxson. Detroit also making some changes. Sally comes in for Edwards. And Aguirre's subbed in for Dennis Rodman. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
More pressure from the Bulls' D has forced some mistakes with Detroit's offense. I like the game plan. Stick with it and take advantage of those extra possessions.
Johnson, he's checked in for Joe Dumars. Now, here's Jordan. 13 points in the game. King, that's good.
Boy, they didn't waste any time, did they? They got going right away.
They obviously had a plan coming in, and they've put it to good use.
It's Thomas on the wing. He's covered by Armstrong. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Count that one.
Yeah, the jump shot of Thomas, cash money. Boy, it's nice seeing him knock down that mid-range jumper.
Pippen, the pass to Jordan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jordan's got 15 points.
Going inside with purpose and on a mission. Making it happen in tight.
Yeah, the intensity is outstanding. High percentage looks are a great way to build a lead.
The first quarter concludes in a double-digit lead on the scoreboard. Bulls lead by 15. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. Welcome back, everyone, to Game 3 of the Eastern Conference Finals here in Chicago. The Bulls leading by 15.
And early in this series, the Pistons have had a big bench advantage. A lot of points chipped in from the second unit. It's a problem for the Bulls.
King is out there with that knee. That's Michael Jordan. That's B.J. Armstrong. And it's Pippen in at the 3 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Pass to Aguirre. Shoots over Pippen. Aguirre, no good. Hey, Clark, remember in Game 1, the Bulls only managed 12 points from their bench.
But they did get it going in Game 2, Kevin, but so did the Pistons. I think the Pistons have a deeper and more battle-tested bench. Somebody on Chicago's side is going to have to really step up.
Mike Jordan is coming out of the gate hot, as we can see, shaking off that last 20-point performance.
And this was one of the more predictable things to happen. Jordan is just too competitive and driven to not come out strong after last game.
We knew it was going to happen. And they double up Jordan. Feeds it to Pippen. Got that one up quick.
And Pippen has never been one to back down from the aggressive coverage, welcoming the contact on the way up.
Cartwright's checked in for the Bulls. Detroit also making some changes. James Edwards checked in for Sally, and it's Dumars in for Johnson. Here's Thomas. He's got 6. He feeds it to Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
There's no denying Isaiah's eye for the game of basketball. He sees all the angles out there.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. The shot's good from Jordan.
Looking at the Pistons, you have to appreciate their approach. They play to their strengths and keep a very level head throughout the game.
And for a word about the Pistons' second unit, we send it to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, typically the Pistons only play 8 guys, but they may go 12 deep now. Scott Hastings has started something called the bench bandits in Detroit. They wear rubber bands on their left wrists, and if one of those last 4 guys isn't paying attention, they snap it. It's kind of a painful way to stay focused. Guys, back to you.
It seems that way. Something's working, though. Mike, in the first 2 games, Pistons bench outscored the Bulls bench by 30 points.
That's a whopping margin. It's been no contest. A major storyline in this series.
Agreed. Here's Dumars. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2. And with the Pistons' approach, Clark, it's almost methodical how they go about things.
Kevin, it's not only methodical, it is maniacal and physical. And that's what being a champion does to you. This team knows they're great. They feel if they play their game, nobody can beat them physically, but more importantly, emotionally and mentally.
So confident. Well, the Bulls have done a much better job, Clark, limiting turnovers in this game.
And it seems like they've made a concentrated effort to be more careful, to squeeze that orange a little bit better. You can see the change compared to last game.
Offensive rebound, Thomas. Jordan with some nice D.
And the defense was ready for that. They know he's a threat at the rim and swarmed him on that layup.
Over Aguirre. Grant is checked in for the Bulls. Hodges comes in for Armstrong.
First team foul. Substitution for your Bulls.
1:53 left in the first half.
Hodges.
Inside. Here's Jordan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Scottie Pippen. Pippen's got his 5th assist in this one. And here's Thomas, who brings it up for Detroit. And a look at the 2 stars of these teams. Michael Jordan, coach, has been magnificent early on.
This is exactly how Jordan and the Bulls wanted to start things off. Jordan is locked in. He looks like he's on his way to another incredible performance.
Take a look at this Pistons offense, and they run an awful lot of pick-and-roll action effectively because they're an excellent passing team, and they work really well together. Hey, height is just a number when you play with his tenacity and force inside.
An absolute fearless approach by him to get the score.
Sally, he's checked in for Detroit. Mike, looking at this Pistons offense, the pick and roll, the screen roll game is very deadly with Isaiah Thomas.
And it opens up everything for them as well. The team plays very unselfishly, always looking for a great shot and rarely settle for bad ones.
A very smart team. Dwyer, no good.
And the defense wasn't horrible, but still, he's got to come through there. There wasn't enough resistance to prevent him from scoring that one.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And Thomas is a tough competitor, one willing to accept contact on the way up.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. And the Bulls making a change here. Purdue's checked in. Dennis Rodman, he's checked in for the Pistons. Johnson comes in for Joe Dumars. To the paint. Pippen can't hit. So it's Detroit now. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Thomas. It's good for his fourth bucket of the night. He's shooting 4 of 8.
Boy, Isaiah Thomas, such a creative ball handler. Rush hour handles and a fantastic feel for how to break defenses down.
Kicks it out to Grant. Fires from the wing. Detroit with the rebound. Rodman outside. Pass to Thomas. One second left. And that one released in time, but no good.
Look at how Pippen uses his length, those long arms, and his quickness to smother the shooter. Good contest.
Michael Jordan getting it done. Welcome, everyone, back to Chicago. It's the Bulls and Pistons in an Eastern Conference Finals showdown. Chicago leading by 22.
One thing the Bulls need to make sure they do is attack the rim. They settled for way too many outside looks the first few games. You need to test the Pistons inside.
On the court for the Pistons, Thomas is out there with Joe Dumars, and it's Dennis Rodman. Then it's Edwards, and it's Lambeer in at the power forward position. Here's Dumars, lock at 6. Rodman dishes to Edwards. Paxson against Thomas. Here's Dumars. No luck, they battle on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Pippen in particular, Clark, shied away from driving early in this series, it seemed.
Well, Kevin, the Bulls know the Pistons are going to touch them up, be physical with them when they drive the ball. But they need to get over that and go with reckless abandon and strength to the basket. Settling for outside shots is not going to win them this series.
Outside Thomas. Edwards with the screen. From the wing. Again, Thomas misses. Still unable to find his groove here against the Bulls.
And regardless of how this series goes, what a successful year it's been for Chicago. 55 wins, the second most in franchise history.
Staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has got to tighten up.
And it's Detroit's ball. Trying to find a way out of this rut, Mike.
Yeah, looking to regain some momentum offensively.
Edwards inside. He's against Cartwright. That's good from Edwards on the assist by Dumars. Hey, Clark, no matter how this series shakes out, you feel the Bulls are poised for something bigger in the future.
Clearly, Kevin, the foundation is laid. They've got a star and a really good core group. I think it's just a matter of growing this group together, maturing, becoming more confident and physical, and you could see them competing for a title in the very near future.
We've seen this process before. It takes time, sometimes, for teams to get by a tough opponent.
Great point, Kevin, and there's no denying it. You don't see teams become championship teams overnight. There's a seasoning and a journey that's required to become champions. And, you know, these teams met 5 times during the regular season, and the Pistons won 4 of those meetings. That has to be a factor in the back of the minds of the Chicago Bulls.
And here's Jordan. He'll bring it up for the Chicago Bulls. Over Rodman. They get it back. Cartwright. Second chance shot. Kicks it out to Jordan. Grant trying to break free. Jordan can't get it to go. If you look back to the prior year, Mike Fratello, the Pistons won all 6 regular season games and the Eastern Conference Finals against the Bulls.
It's a budding rivalry. The Pistons aren't intimidated by Jordan. Feels like these teams have been in each other's way the last few years.
Which makes for a great rival. Well, Thomas started off hot, but Clark, he's once again having a hard time finishing plays against the Chicago defense.
And, you know, Kevin, it looked as though he had figured things out in that first half, but since then, Zeke has definitely cooled off.
And Chicago has possession. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. First one falls for him. Some changes for Chicago. Kings checked in for Cartwright. Neely comes in for Grant. And Hodges subbed in for John Paxson. Then for the Pistons, Sally, he's checked in for Edwards. Aguirre comes in for Rodman. And it's Johnson in for Dumars. It's Thomas on the wing. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Thomas got 12.
The pace Isaiah plays at can really challenge a defense. He gets the hot pass and has a shot up right away.
Jordan with the ball. Isaiah Thomas covering. Johnson left side. Back to Thomas. Over Jordan. Thomas, no good.
He thought that one was going down as soon as it left his hands.
Well, with good reason. That was a great look. Just bad luck it didn't go down.
Here's Jordan. Thomas with the steal. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. In the second half now, and Mike, as we can see, Jordan continues to lead the way.
And you can't help but be impressed by the show Jordan is putting on. There is no way for them to slow down or contain his airness.
He's been wonderful. And it's in there.
Efficiency personified there. Jordan scoring at will, taking over the game whenever he chooses.
Now here's Thomas. He's got 14. From deep three-point range, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Chicago Bulls finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We'll return shortly. Here we go, the 4th quarter on the way in this crucial Game 3 in the Eastern Conference Finals.
And you look at the coaches in this matchup. Obviously, the Pistons have a legend on their bench who has won a title. But the Bulls have shown well under Coach Jackson.
Pippen is out there with Ed Neely. Then there's Hodges. Then it's Jordan. And it's Cartwright in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. Michael Jordan on the wing. Puts it up from 17. The shot's good on the assist by Pippen. Jordan's got 45 points. And Coach Phil Jackson in his first full year with the Bulls.
And, you know, Kevin, Jackson has changed the offensive approach for this team. He was an assistant before with the Bulls, so he understands their personnel. Seems like a really good fit so far into his tenure.
Yeah, he was an assistant under Doug Collins.
Yep.
Mike Fratello, what a gigantic night for Michael Jordan against these Detroit Pistons.
First game of the series at home, you knew this would be Michael's time to shine. What a memorable performance from an elite player.
Against these bad boys from Detroit. It's Thomas on the wing. He's guarded by Hodges. No one covering.
Offensively, Thomas is such an intelligent player. He knows how to hunt down these shot opportunities.
Here's Jordan. Tries again, and he lays it up and in. Cartwright's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you can't give him any room to maneuver on the board because once he does, he's going to make you pay.
And the Bulls ahead in this one, Clark. They've minimized mistakes, and they have the lead to show for it.
Exactly, and you know, sometimes it's really simple. Take care of the ball, get good shots, and usually good things happen.
I know, Mike, you love how guys are making plays for one another, and we've seen it all game long.
Yeah, a real balanced attack, total team effort.
And we know Jordan is a master from the mid-range, whether he's squared up or falling away. You feel like it's going to splash.
They set the pick. Here's Thomas. Again, the Pistons good for two.
They look to him offensively, a player who makes an impact on this end.
From deep, Jordan. The shot misses. And the Pistons now going the other way. Aguirre passes to Sally. Aguirre against Pippen. On the wing, Dumars. Just 5 on the clock. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Cartwright's got 5 rebounds tonight. And Pippen with the basket. The assist by Cartwright.
With his physicality, Pippen is fearless inside that painted area.
Remaining in the game, 2 minutes.
On the wing, Dumars. Uncovered. Jump shot is good.
Hard to pass up a mid-range shot like that when you find yourself with that much space.
Here's Hodges. Misses the 3. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Here's Sally. Passes it to Edwards. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock.
See, I think this is where you let James Edwards go to work. He's so smart and difficult to defend in the paint.
No good from Jordan. Aguirre with it. Dishes to Thomas. The pass to Edwards. Back to Thomas. The 3 bangs home the trifecta.
And it's got to be frustrating that they're finally starting to play like this, being this one is basically done.
Well, hopefully they can take this energy into the next one, because I don't see them coming away with the victory tonight.
And, you know, they aren't showing any signs of easing up. Their offense looks superb right now.
They can't get careless with the league, and so far, this hasn't been the case.
Thomas dishes to Edwards. Shoots over Cartwright, and he overshot that one, missing. And here are the Bulls now. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Now Jordan out to the right wing. They get the rebound. Goes back up. Shoots. Back to Pippen. Pass to Cartwright. And the jam by Bill Cartwright.
And Scottie Pippen so good at surveying the floor. Like seeing him find the open man with those sweet dishes.
Like in a game they needed to win so badly. Michael Jordan and the Bulls get the win. What a tremendous effort from Chicago.
Series now moves to 2-1, and the Bulls are very much in it. This team showed a lot of mettle fighting for the looks they got, converted when they needed to.
And for the Pistons, Clark, they'll be feeling the pressure in Game 4 for sure.
As they should. They don't want to let this series get tied up. Nobody wants to deal with the 3-game series against Michael Jordan. I'd expect them to bring it for Game 4.
I would too. Clark Kellogg, Mike Fratello, and David Aldridge, and the rest of our 2K team. This is Kevin Harlan signing off. We'll see you next time.